didn't take your baby. I don't know where he is, but I know how you can get him back.
All right, here at South by Southwest in the ScreenRant Suite with Imposters. Maybe. How are we doing? How's the South by going so far?
Oh, really well.
Yeah?
Seeing a lot of movies, drinking a lot of coffee, getting very little sleep, but I'm having a really good time.
Yeah, it's like, what time is it? What day it is? What's that Jamie Lee Curtis quote? It's that one. Anything, like, have you done anything fun?
Well, I got in last night and got to go see Drag, which was amazing.
Wasn't it? Like,
it was
the best surprise.
It was such an amazing surprise. My husband and I are actually friends with Lucy and Jake. And so it was so incredible not only to see Lucy just absolutely slay that role. She's such a talented actress, but also the DeVitos as a producing power. I mean, just powerhouse family all around. And Caleb was there as well. And we were talking about how there were noises that audience was making, that it's been a long time since we've sat in a crowded theater making those noises in like the most excellent way.
Like, I don't usually yell in the theater, and there were like 2 or 3 moments that I'm just like screaming at.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't believe how shocking they were.
An incredibly visceral, fun roller coaster experience.
The part with the duct tape like really killed me. Really killed me.
It's the stairs for me.
Oh yeah, it's just like Wile E. Coyote over there. Yul, what you been up to?
I got in yesterday. 8. Then hung out with Sarah, and then we went to drinks last night with a bunch of interesting people talking about a lot of female directors, which is cool. And I was at a party last night for the Duplass brothers, and kind of shocked at how concentrated this year is, this festival, with truncating it to 1 week, and seeing how like a lot, it's interesting what's happening to this festival, but it's cool. What I mean? So yeah, and I'm excited for this. I'm here for this. I'm all about this.
All about this.
About this dude, this girl.
Yes.
This film. And I love South by.
It's great. I mean, you were talking about the reactions that people were having in the theater last night. Like, what reactions are you hoping happen with an audience in Imposters? When are you like, oh yes?
I think there's 2 moments in particular that I'm hoping for an audible sound from the audience, because I think it's gonna be really hard to not make a sound during those 2 moments.
And I think also Caleb did such an incredible job of creating such a compelling thriller, twisty narrative. I think internal and audible and external audible gasps would be great. But it's also one of those movies that I think part of the joy is once you've seen it once, you want to go back and watch it again, because there's so many incredible Easter eggs, because the film goes in so many wild directions that, at least when I was reading the script for the first time, I didn't expect at all. And I think that Caleb and our incredible crew and everyone involved did such a good job layering all of that in throughout.
I think it's going to be a very different movie the second time around.
Yeah.
I had that reaction. Like, afterwards, I was like, oh, there must be so. And I'm like trying to talk about this movie without giving anything away, which I imagine has been very tough for y'all. So Caleb, I'll start with you. Like, I just want you to describe the film so that I can then know what I can ask you.
Oh, yeah. No, I've gotten a decent amount of practice in. It's about a baby that gets taken from his parents and comes back under mysterious circumstances. His mom goes into what she believes is some sort of supernatural magical cave, brings back her son with blood on her face, and she tells her husband she doesn't remember what happened. But then over the course of the movie, he starts catching her in lies and realizing, or at least believing, that this isn't really his baby and she might not really be his wife.
Okay. Yul, for you, I know it's a simple question, but what did attract you to the story and the script that made you want to be a part of it?
I have previous working relationship with one of the producers, Sarah Seligman, and I knew the other producer, Tom Bond. And the story that reached me was that Caleb wanted the guy from Severance or something.
I was like, get me the guy from Severance.
And Sarah goes, well, I know the guy from Severance. So Sarah called me, and I saw his short. They sent me his short, and I read the script, and I went, this dude's cool. Like, I liked his insides. I liked his head. I liked what he was like what he was saying in this short. We had a Zoom, and I thought he was great, and I was like, let's go do this. And I do stuff like that. I'll go do. I just love, and I love young filmmakers. I love new voices. So for me, that's all super attractive. And he's really good, and the script is really cool. And the script is, you don't know what's coming at you. And when I was reading the script, I was like, I was never ahead of it. And I was like, well, this is good news. So, I mean, I know it's probably a basic answer, but that's really the whole answer. It's just, I just like the whole vibe of the whole thing.
It is like you kind of mentioned this, but you have popped into so many shows and movies where I'm like, oh my God, I want to ask him about his experience working on the set.
Yeah.
So you saw him in Severance where you were like, that's the guy I want. Like, what was it about
I've seen
that
him
performance?
in everything.
I mean, yeah, he's been everywhere.
Yeah.
You're a rock star.
Seinfeld to Severance. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I just really the character. Without talking a ton about the movie, the character he plays kind of has this complicated mentor role, and I found his presence really safe to be around. Mm-hmm. But I don't think his character is necessarily a good person, and I really liked the dichotomy. Did I really just say dichotomy between how safe I felt with him and how I think problematic of a character he is.
Yeah.
And that's how you felt about the actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, kind of want a sort of problematic guy. Now, Caleb, is this your feature directorial debut?
Yes, there was, I think, a low budget feature in the past that I got bumped up to because I used to be a DP, but this is very much the first film I've written, directed in the horror space too, on a feature level.
What did your experience on this film teach you about what you want to accomplish as a filmmaker going forward?
Oh man,
yeah, we're getting
I think
really deep
I
here
think
at
it really
10 a.m.
solidified the kind of movie I wanted to make, because I've attempted to make movies I think I should make numerous times, and I'd always be unsatisfied, and I just completely leaned in to my favorite things in movies, my favorite tropes, my favorite pace, because there's times that this movie's slow, there's times it's fast, and I got to know the kind of movie I want to make going forward by the end of this.
Yes. Jess, I mean, I've been a fan of you since I saw you in Happy Death Day. I would follow you to the depths of hell, which we might be doing in this movie. As someone who's done horror before, like, this is... It's different. Like, there's like smiles you give in the trailer that are so like creepy. Just tell me about what the experience was and how it was different from anything you'd done before.
Oh man. Well, I'm always, every time I'm sent a project, I'm always looking not only to, are these creative, kind, interesting people that I can get excited about working with and collaborate with, which definitely was here in spades. But also, what about this project scares me, and what about it is going to be a challenge? And again, without giving too much away about this, my character Marie has many different sides. Mm-hmm. And I think also the belief of a woman and the fervor that she goes after what she wants, and that she'll do anything to keep her family intact, I think is an incredibly juicy and exciting place to approach anything from. Mm-hmm. And it was really fun because also Charlie Barnett, my amazing co-star who's not here today, who's so incredibly talented.
He like booked a bunch of work, and now he can't be at his own fancy South by premiere.
But he is so... We just hit it off right away. He's so incredibly kind, so talented, and we really spoke a similar actor language. And so not only did we have Caleb on set and Yul and Bates, our other amazing co-star, and all of the brilliant things that our crew brought to work with, but Charlie and I would like go home and run lines and practice and really try to get those scenes in our bodies so that once we were there on the day, we could just play and experiment. Yeah. And again, Caleb and our amazing DP, Allie, really gave us the freedom to work within limits, and Caleb always knew what he wanted, or at least a semblance of it. But then because of that, we could just explore and throw things out there, and Caleb was incredibly generous in the fact that we could come to him and be like, hey, we were thinking about the scene and this feels weird, or this might be really cool. Do you mind if we try that? So even though it was an incredibly truncated shoot and very micro budget, we were able to kind of squeeze all the juice from the orange.
All the juice
was squeezed.
And a lot of the scenes too, it's like 2-3 people Max. So it's like there's some intimacy there. I love Charlie too. I talked to him for The Acolyte, and he was so good in that. Oh my God, yeah, he's great.
Such a delightful person.
He's delightful.
And he's so talented. And I think because we both also come from theater, there was an element of these kind of very intimate, character-driven scenes that really got our minds buzzing, which was super fun.
It is obviously when you do horror, like there's some heavy elements. What do you do to keep it light? Like, what do you guys?
I'm a masochist, so I really like screaming and crying a lot. It's quite cathartic for me, but I can't take in new content when I'm on jobs unless it's something that's to do with the film. So I go home, I take a really hot shower, a bath, I watch me some Parks and Rec. I watch me some Friends. I just do that palate cleanser. Charlie and I went to Benihana's a couple times and got, stir fry rice and watch them light things on fire. I think you just have to find the joy in the outside moments.
Sometimes you need an onion volcano.
Yeah, that's exactly
My
it.
DP Allie and I would binge Emily in Paris. Because it was such a heavy shoot at times, and our props master Jen Driscoll, she recommended Emily in Paris. She's like, if you just want something like complete junk food, turn your brain off. We watched 2 seasons of that show over the course of the movie.
You were also watching a lot of Glenn Powell films
Yeah.
at the time. I remember that.
I just did
I'd be
a whole Glenn Powell.
Caleb, what did you do
Interesting.
tonight? He's like, I went home and I drank beer and I watched Glenn Powell. And I was like, great.
Yeah, did
That's
Twisters, and then the Hitman one, and then, Anyone But You.
Yeah. Oh, the Glenn Powell collection. Yeah. I celebrate the guy's entire collection. What did you do on your downtime?
Well, the downtime, I just kind of hung out. But I think when you're shooting something, I think sometimes when you shoot something heavy or dark, I think the lighter you can keep it on set, because to me it's 2 sides of the same coin. So I think you can go further with something really dark. The lighter you keep it right when the cameras aren't rolling. I know it sounds weird, but I really believe that. I'm like, we don't have to kill ourselves here. We can be okay. We can laugh, and then when that thing turns on, then you just gotta go full tilt the other way. So that's my approach to it. But what did I do? I think I went to like a Chuck E. Cheese or something.
You went to Chuck E. Cheese?
Well, I don't. Well, there was some. No, not Chuck E. Cheese. Was
going to children's birthday.
yeah? It wasn't Chuck E.
party
Cheese. It was like Cane's. It was at Cane's. Next to the hotel was a
Honest
Cane's.
mistake. Yeah, really
was
close.
It Cane's?
Raising Cane's.
Yeah. No.
Well, there also, I do have to say, we were in Marlboro, which is right outside of Boston, and it was fall, and so we also were like bringing apple cider donuts to set, and it was just gorgeous. And we shot the whole movie in this crazy beautiful, how old was that house?
It was the 1800s.
1800s, this really beautiful old house, definitely haunted.
I was gonna say, was it haunted?
150% haunted. I think some of our crew actually had a seance, like on our second to last night, and some spooky things happened. Paintings were moving, like weird shit was going on. But I think a friendly ghost that was happy with the work we were doing. No one is too cursed yet.
Yeah. That's the sequel.
Yeah.
Nothing in that house was level. Nothing. The doors. Nothing.
Yeah.
It was just that house was bananas. I couldn't even.
We didn't use a dolly through the whole film because of that. It's just like completely uneven floors.
Ghosts hate level things. Like they don't. They're always tilting.
No fact.
Like they just like to tilt everything a little off kilter. I mentioned like I love hearing like stories from sets, and you've been in so many things. I'm curious what people ask you about the most.
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Seinfeld, and then Severance, and then recently like Will Trent. There's a lot of
Will Trent is a huge.
It's funny when you realize the following that show has. It's a great show, great people to work with, and but Seinfeld is 1997.
Yeah, well,
And people still want to talk about Seinfeld.
I watch it on a loop.
Do you like talking about Seinfeld?
I'll answer after this. I'll answer any Seinfeld question you want, but I just find it interesting. I was like, that was 1997. Like, I know, man, but like, we love Seinfeld. The power of that show.
Yeah,
Power of television at that time too.
Yeah, truly. I think the whole Severance cast is here. I'm talking to Britt later. I think Adam
you
Scott's
are? Cool.
here. Yeah.
Tell
they're all
him
here.
hi.
Yeah. Say I gotta come back next season.
Tell him, well, you know, you never know with Severance.
True.
You know.
True.
But yeah, I had a very specific function on that show, and I knew what I had to do when I went in, and what I had to set off, you know. And then we're like, then it sets things in motion. But yeah.
Give me a flashback. And lastly, I will never stop asking about Happy Death Day 3 or Freaky Death Day.
I know, right?
I know. And I'm just going to keep doing it until it happens because I believe.
I think that though is the power of zeitgeist. I think that like the more we ask and the more we put into the universe, it will happen. Because the truth is, Chris Landon, our brilliant, fearless writer director, he has the whole third one figured out. And I'm sure he also has his version of the MCU, but the Chris CU, like where Freaky and Happy Death Day and We Have a Ghost and Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, they all could totally live in the same universe. And so that's the crossover that I need right now in my life. But he has the whole thing figured out. I think at this point, it's just logistics. And all I'll say to you and to all the fans is whether it's next year or when I'm 65, pulling a Jamie Lee Curtis, coming back for Halloween, I will be there to finish Tree's story. So it's just a matter of when they get all their ducks in a row.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking to Jamie Lee Curtis later.
Well, goddess.
Yes.
Like, I feel like I would just melt onto the ground.
I know. I'm like, hi.